the power of pure joy, reversing destiny and breaking the domino effect of karma.
Welcome to today's insight. This is a very special sharing of wisdom. By the way, this episode is proudly sponsored by the Buddha Karita Association. Today, we are going to turn back the clock and return to ancient India to explore a profound story about choice, wealth, and destiny. It is actually a razor-sharp analysis of the psychological growth we face every single day. Are you ready to unlock this ancient wisdom with me? Excellent. Let's dive straight into it. Let me ask you all a question. If you suddenly found a priceless treasure today, and selling it meant you would never have to worry about food or clothing for the rest of your life, what would you do? Imagine this. You are a guard watching over a sutra hall in the ancient Indian city of Shrivasti. To be honest, your life is pretty tough. You often live hand to mouth. Then one day, as you are walking by a pond, wow, you spy an incredibly, incomparably beautiful lotus flower. This isn't just some random wayside flower. It is absolutely a rare and precious treasure. Be honest with yourself. If you were in his shoes, how would you handle this lotus that could completely turn your life around? This brings us to our first section, Part 1. Discovering the miracle lotus, the poor guard's dilemma. In the beginning, this guard's thoughts were exactly the same as yours or mine. He thought to himself, if I present this exquisite lotus to King Prasenajit, the reward will be massive. I'll never have to suffer from poverty again. It's completely logical and practical, right? Then we move into the second section, Part 2. Offering to the Buddha with joy. An instant shift of the heart. Just as the guard was about to act, the scene shifted. The Buddha happened to arrive in Shalvasti to receive alms. We must understand that the Buddha, with his boundless compassion, is always looking after all sufferings, sentient beings. Let's compare the two choices facing the guard. On one side is King Prasenajit. This represents instant wealth and a permanent escape from poverty. Honestly, the temptation is immense. On the other side is the Buddha. This represents boundless spiritual merit and inner joy. As the guard was getting ready to trade the flower for money, he caught sight of the world-honored one from afar. The moment he beheld the Buddha's incomparably majestic appearance, the legendary 32 major marks of a great man, the mundane, calculating thoughts of, I'm going to be rich, were instantly and completely overwhelmed by a tidal wave of sheer joy. This sudden, incredibly powerful emotion is what we call a profound heart of joy. You see, this joy was so powerful and pure that it completely eclipsed his desire for money. In that exact moment, all clever calculations of self-interest vanished.
Led entirely by the joy in his heart, he instinctively and selflessly offered this priceless lotus to the world-honored one, instead of selling it for wealth. Now, here is where it gets truly fascinating. We enter our third section, Part 3. The prediction of Buddhahood, the miraculous transformation of the lotus. Let's look at what incredible consequences this pure choice brought about. This simple act, born from a pure heart of joy, triggered a miracle beyond imagination. After the guard offered the lotus, through the blessing power of the world-honored, wow, the beautiful lotus instantly expanded, growing as massive as a chariot wheel. What's even more miraculous is that it seemed to take on a life of its own, moving alongside the Buddha. When the Buddha walked, it followed. When the Buddha stopped, It paused. Witnessing such a miracle firsthand instantly strengthened the god's faith 1,000,000 times over. This immense visual awe completely transformed him. He was no longer the poor god, whose mind was entirely consumed by how to trade a flower for a full stomach. In that sacred moment, his heart expanded infinitely. He took the roots of virtue gained from this offering and transformed them into a magnificent, soaring vow. He vowed that he, too, would attain supreme, perfect enlightenment, Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Why? To liberate countless sentient beings who were still suffering in ignorance. Look at that. He jumped straight from chasing personal survival to a grand vision of saving all of humanity. Faced with the god's incredible vow, the Buddha praised him highly. The Buddha personally bestowed the prediction of Buddhahood via Karana, saying, "Excellent, excellent, virtuous man, you shall attain the fruit of the Tokata, the rightly awakened one, and liberate countless ignorant, sentient beings. Your title shall be the Lotus Master Tathagata." The weight of these words is immense. This tells us that a simple offering, made with a heart full of joy, can bring about the highest possible return in the spiritual world, the prediction of future Buddhahood simply because the starting point was so pure. Part 4. Karma and the Heart of Joy. The Master's Teachings. Now, let's bring the story from ancient times back into our real lives to see how the Master explains its modern application. Behind this text lies highly practical modern wisdom for everyone dedicated to learning. In his teachings, the Master makes it very clear. Karma is absolutely not superstition. It is a highly precise spiritual law. Every single one of our thoughts, every tiny impulse, is directly shaping our future reality. The Master uses the God's story to show us how a single moment of joy can completely alter the trajectory of one's lifetimes. Conversely, it serves as a brilliant illustration of how we step off course in daily life.
The Master delivers a sharp warning about a dangerous domino effect. Listen closely. Step 1. An impulse pops up in our minds, just like the guard's initial desire to sell the lotus for money. Step 2. We blindly follow these delusions and feelings, letting ourselves be led by the nose. Step 3. These intense worldly feelings cause us to completely forget the Buddha's teachings and the concept of karma. Step 4. Bam! The dominoes fall, and we inadvertently create negative karma. Does this sound incredibly familiar? So, the most critical question is, how do we break this terrifying domino effect? The Master gives a crystal clear answer. Maintain a heart of joy at every moment. Think about it. Why was the guard ultimately able to avoid the short-sighted impulse of immediate gain? It was because the immense joy he felt toward the Buddha naturally pulled him back from the precipice of delusion. This heart of joy is quite literally our ultimate shield against negative impulses and delusions. Through today's analysis of a single lotus flower, we have seen just how precise the law of karma truly is. So, let's take this question back into our own lives. When you face your next intense impulse or desire, will you pause and ask yourself, are you going to blindly follow that impulse and fall into the trap of delusion? Or will you choose, in this very moment, to cultivate and maintain a clear, pure heart of joy? I hope today's content brought you some practical inspiration. Give it some deep thought, and I'll see you next time.